Page 23, The Cousins. It's my mother's birthday and the music is turned up loud. Her cousins all around her, the way it was before she left. The same cousins she played with as a girl. Remember the time, they ask, when we stole Miss Carter's peach pie off her windowsill, got stuck in that ditch down below Todd's house, climbed that fence and snuck in the Greenville pool? Weren't afraid about getting arrested either, shoot. Nobody telling us where we can and can't swim. And she laughs, remembering it all. On the radio, Sam Cooke is singing "Twistin' the Night Away." Let me tell you about a place somewhere up a New York way. The cousins have come from as far away as Spartanburg. The boys dressed in skinny-legged pants, the girls in flowy skirts that swirl out when they spin "Twisting the Night Away." Cousin Dorothy's fiancé holding tight to her hand as they twist. Cousin Sam dancing with Mama, ready to catch her if she falls. He says, and my mother remembers being a little girl, looking down scared from a high-up tree, and seeing her cousin there, waiting. Here they have a lot of fun, putting trouble on the run, twisting the night away. I knew you weren't staying up north, the cousins say. You belong here with us. My mother throws her head back, her newly pressed and curled hair gleaming, her smile the same one she had before she left for Columbus. She's Mary Ann Irby again, Georgiana and Gunner's youngest daughter. She's home. Night bus. My father arrives on a night bus, his hat in his hands. It is May now, and the rain is coming down. Later, with the end of this rain, will come the sweet smell of honeysuckle, but for now, there's only the sky opening and my father's tears. I'm sorry, he whispers. The fight is over, for now. Tomorrow we will travel as a family back to Columbus, Ohio. Hope and Dell fighting for a place on my father's lap. Greenville with its separate ways growing small behind us. For now, my parents stand hugging in the warm Carolina rain. No past, no future, just this perfect now. After Greenville #1. After the chicken is fried and wrapped in wax paper, tucked gently into cardboard shoe boxes and tied with string, after the cornbread is cut into wedges, the peaches washed and dried, after the sweet tea is poured into mason jars, twisted tight, and the deviled eggs are scooped back inside their egg-white beds, slipped into porcelain bowls that are my mother's now, a gift her mother sends her with her on the journey. After the clothes are folded back into suitcases and the hair ribbons and shirts washed and ironed, after my mother's lipstick is on and my father's scratchy beginnings of a beard are gone, after our faces are coated with a thin layer of Vaseline, gently wiped off again with a cool wet cloth, then it is time to say our goodbyes. The small clutch of us children, pressed against my grandmother's apron, her tears quickly blinked away. After the night falls and it is safe for brown people to leave the South without getting stopped and sometimes beaten and always questioned, are you one of those freedom riders? Are you one of those civil rights people? What gives you the right? We board the Greyhound bus bound for Ohio. Yeah. Rivers. The Hocking River moves like a flowing arm away from the Ohio River, runs through towns as though it's chasing its own freedom, the same way the Ohio runs north from Virginia until it's safely away from the South. Each town the Hocking touches tells a story. Athens, Colville, Lancaster, Nelsonville, each waits for the Hocking water to wash through. Then, as though the river remembers where it belongs and what it belongs to, it circles back, joins up with the Ohio again, as if to say, I'm sorry. As if to say, I went away from here, but now I'm home again. Leaving Columbus. When my parents fight for the final time, my older brother is 4, my sister is nearly 3, and I have just celebrated my first birthday without celebration. There's only one photograph of them from their time together, a wedding picture torn from a local newspaper, him in a suit and tie, her in a bride gown, beautiful although neither one is smiling. Only one photograph. Maybe the memory of Columbus was too much for my mother to save anymore. Maybe the memory of my mother was a painful stone inside my father's heart. But what did it look like when she finally left him? A woman nearly 6 feet tall, straight-backed and proud, heading down a cold Columbus street, two small children beside her, and a still crawling baby in her arms. My father, whose reddish-brown skin would later remind me of the red dirt of the South and all that was rich about it, standing in the yard, one hand on the black mantel railing, the other lifting into a weak wave goodbye, as though we were simply guests leaving Sunday supper.